Hey.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Hey guys, what the hell?
Hey guys, what the hell is up with you?
Oh, hey man, what's up?
Hi.
Guys, I was doing some research. I was looking through some documents, doing some research, and by that I mean watching videos. There's a very specific face you have to have when you watch videos. It do like this. You know. So I was doing that, and I uncovered some disturbing information.
So everybody's favorite Twitch streamer and creep, Hassan Piker, has been called.
Hey, at least get the name right, man. It's
Hassan Parker.
That's Parker to you. You
Pendejo.
So everybody's favorite Twitch streamer and creep, Hassan Piker, has been caught torturing his dog on camera. And if you still had any doubts about what a creep this guy is, this should put all those doubts to rest. Okay. So here he is live.
Okay, man. Yeah, dude. I checked out these pieces of information. I checked out these pieces of knowledge, man. I watched a lot of videos about this, and what did those videos say? From what I understand, he's running some kind of dog-fighting ring. It was uncovered, maybe by Ken Klippenstone. This is from what I remember. From what I remember from these videos, he streams from international waters. He streams to Twitch from international waters so that he can run these dog-fighting championships. Long story short, he's canceled. He's out of the picture, so guess a new guy of videos has to step in. Well, interesting. Interesting. This is a funny part for me. What the hell is Jimmy Dore been up to? He never really explains, like, what's his problem with
Hassan Parker.
Before this. What is Jimmy Dore's audience just all Tucker Carlson fans? Is that what's up?
You're terrible. That's on YouTube.
And what do I do on YouTube, Tucker?
Sniffing.
Okay, so it's like a smell-o-vision thing. Okay, I'll check it out, man. Check out this maybe a little bit of lack of self-awareness here.
Why can't your dog? So your dog has to sit there still for 10 hours a day while you scream into a microphone like a moron? That she has to do that? And you are stressing your dog out.
I mean, I wouldn't. You're screaming all day into that microphone like a moron. Anyway, what else we got here? This is breaking news, man. And a journalist who I follow, an investigative reporter who I follow, his name goes by the name of Benjamin T. Shapipi. Okay, let's check his little ass. Whoa, wow. Okay, this is funny. This is a funny thing about Ben Shapipi.
Toilets.
Is that he's accidentally funny, like, all the time. Like, he has no idea, I think. His own accidental comedy, like, slips right by him, but this is pretty funny. Watch this. Here he's talking about
Hassan Parker.
Hassan Barker.
Regimented.
What a bad person. Truly a bad person. Speaking of whiners, spoiled brats, Hassan Piker, like #1 on the list. Right. My goodness. When I'm on the road, I just don't sleep as well. And one reason for that, I don't have my Helix sleep mattress. It is made just for me. Now, you personalize your coffee every morning. Why would you not personalize the thing you're spending?
I mean, I'm not really dunking on him. That's just legitimately funny,
This guy, Hassan Barker. What a baby. What a whiner. I can't sleep in a hotel without my mattress. I can't sleep in a hotel. I gotta drag my mattress onto the plane.
This is fake. He's doing an ad. But if we're led to believe that, this guy's like a multi-millionaire, from all this dumb crap. No, camera, man. He's a multi-millionaire from this garbage. This guy's not staying in, these dilapidated Airbnbs that I'm staying in. He's, this guy's staying in nice places. This guy's staying in fancy pants hotels and all this crap.
And he's just, it's not soft enough. What a baby that guy is. What a whiner. This is not my exact mattress made to order to my unique body type. And it is very unique.
This is him at night calling the front desk about the mattress. Again, man, come on.
Man, that guy's a whiner and a baby and a crybaby. Yeah, hello, front desk of the Four Seasons. I think there's a P at the bottom of this mattress. Bring 10 in.
One of the people who's going to be doing a full TPUSA sponsored college speaking tour
Oh
is
my
Brylan Hollyhan. He's a 19-year-old political commentator. He's best-selling
Never gonna
author
get
of
over
One
that
Generation
name.
Away. Why
Never gonna get over that name. Okay, so yeah, man, these are the type of videos that I've been getting. Two main types. Type 1, diabetes. What? Type 1 is videos about how Hassan Parker is not a real Dadaist because he runs a sweatshop, a dog sweatshop, I believe, from what I remember listening to about that. And then the other type of video that I get is just an ongoing stream of like Charlie Kirk related stuff still. And I found this. This is quite honestly one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I mean, you know, this whole channel is looking at the bottom of the barrel crap. But even for that, this video is something else. Let's look at some of the comments here first. Gee, this seemed like a completely authentic interview without Ben reading off scripted questions, LOL. Enough with the neocon astroturfing. Whoa, that one took a real twist. Oh, hey, that's Clippy. Whoa, that's a pretty famous guy there. That's Clippy.
Oh my God. Toilet.
Okay, what does Clippy say? Nobody is falling for this shit. Whoa! Clippy, I grew up admiring your work in what the hell did you do? You would say like, oh, don't do that. You're breaking the computer or something. What did you do, you idiot? Okay, you know, they're not all bad. Here's a positive one. What does this guy say? Straight out of the laboratory. Good luck with your tour stops. Laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji. Hey, wait a second. That's not positive. That's another negative. That's another.
She spit on them.
Okay, here we go. I mean, I could basically just play this 4-minute whatever this is and then walk away. It's how odd this is, but here we go. Maybe the strangest interview of all time. Here we go.
One of the people who's going to be doing a full TPUSA sponsored college speaking tour is Brylan Hollyhan. He's a 19-year-old political commentator. He's best-selling
Brylan.
Weird.
Toilets.
author of One Generation Away, Why Now is the Time to Restore American Freedom. He's chair of the RNC's Youth Advisory Council, and he's host of his own show, The Brylan Hollyhan Show. Brylan, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
His child.
Ben, thanks for having me. Happy Friday. I appreciate the opportunity.
Okay.
So, first of all, why don't we talk about...
Even Ben Shapiro's like, yeah, I kind of helped create this, whatever this is. But even for me, there's a bit much. I'm sensing a little attitude from Ben Shapiro.
This guy's a moron. This guy's a dweeb.
What exactly the college speaking tour is going to constitute? How many colleges are you hitting? Which ones are they? And what are you going to be talking about?
You know, Ben, what man meant for evil, the Lord is now using for good. And what's become clear in the last week is that you can kill a man.
What was that? What was that? Hold on. The charisma was coming into, by the way, this kid's 19, but I'm still going to make fun of him. Sorry, I couldn't hear what you were saying because the charisma was too strong. Hold on.
What are you talking about?
You know, Ben, what man meant for evil, the Lord is now using for good. And what's become clear in the last week is that...
Exactly. I say that all the time. What man means for evil. What the hell did he say?
What are you talking about?
You know, Ben, what man meant for evil, the Lord is now using for good. And what's become...
Okay, yeah, I do remember that. I remember this from Sunday school. What man meant for evil, is good. Okay, that's a classic. What man meant for evil...
Cut your meat.
I'm gonna haunt you.
What man meant for evil...
Hassan Parker.
Good.
You know, Ben, what man meant for evil, the Lord is now using for good. And what's become clear in the last...
Okay, yeah, so people are still talking about this Charlie Kirk. And the way that this works into the thing, the way that this factors into all that is people are like, they're trying to replace that guy who was a very dangerous truth teller with this absolute pendejo. So that's how this factors in. They're like, this guy, he's on Fox News an hour after the event happened and all this crap. They're like, this is part of the conspiracy. What's for certain is this is the strangest young man in the history of humankind.
So we want to continue that. And what I want to be really clear is what we're seeing today is the result of higher education and liberal indoctrination starting during the hippies movement in the 60s and 70s, where these activists in teachers' clothing seeped into our education system and starting the indoctrination at higher ed. Man. And we've gotten all the way down to kindergarten, teaching pronouns to our kindergartners. We've got to stop that. So we're going to the root cause of the problem.
Imagine that. Imagine being, 19, college age, just repeating a bunch of crap right? From nefarious sources. Imagine that. That would be sick. Okay, let's just skip to the the funniest part.
So a bit of controversy broke out over a social media video that you did introducing the tour.
Yeah.
You were sitting on a private plane, and so people were getting uptight with you for being on a private plane while making this video. What's your take on that?
Ben, I've been in politics for 8 years. I've never flown private before. I flew private last night because to make it to this tour, I had to lead English.
This kid's 19. I've been in politics, what? How many years?
Ben, I've been in politics for 8 years. I've never flown private.
Okay, for 8 years. You're 19. Okay, yeah, that adds up, man.
That's in the Bible.
Before I flew private last night because to make it to this tour, I had to lead English class in the afternoon and make it really in a tight turnaround to get to the speech. Not my plan of the future. No. I've been commercial for 8 years. I'll fly this afternoon commercial.
Yeah, Ben, you know, I've been in politics since I was 11. Since I was 11 years old.
I was involved in groups. I was involved in organizations such as Little Boys Against Bedtime,
Bad Boys Against Diapers,
the Association for Getting to Play Nintendo Switch whenever you want. Oh man, this is brutal. I mean, the real fault here, like the real villains of this, are probably like Ben Shapiro, the people who give Ben Shapiro money, and the people who threw a bunch of money at Turning Points USA to, convince, let's just say a 19-year-old such as this, that this is a career option here, royal gemstoning around like this. But so, what was it, like the Daily Mail or something? I don't know if the Daily Mail might be bullshmitting. It's a piece of garbage website. But they found something that it's like, this kid charges $7,500 for his speaking fee. And you can tell here, I mean, money well spent. Oh my God. It's the most inspiring thing I ever saw in my whole goddamn wretched life, man. Okay, so I guess this is part of the investigation people are doing. This guy is trying to replace Charlie Kirk. Or maybe he's like a plant. So this is this guy's YouTube channel. Brylan Holland. Brylan Angel Cloud. Okay, let's see. What does this stupid guy right here say? Industry plant. What does the other guy say? A random 18-year-old trying to replace Charlie Kirk. My question is, how did this guy attract mass amounts of attention? I've never heard of this loser. Hey, man. Okay, I'm going to citizens arrest this guy, too. I mean, they're all like this. Industry plants. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. This 18, this little kid sucks. This is beyond fake. Least obvious CIA plant. This shit is embarrassing. Whoa. Okay, as if that wasn't enough. Let me zoom in on this. That's 3 laughing, crying faces. If it were 1, that would be too far, but that's 3. This is sort of a weird thing because, it seems like all the Charlie Kirk fans are probably getting swept up by Candace Owens. And Candace Owens is all like, this is a deep state thing. I mean, we'll look at her videos, but it's like she presses upload, 2.6 zillion views. That's not an exaggeration. It's a zillion, man. So they're really on board with this as like a deep state thing. So then it's a kind of a problem for this organization that they pumped all this money into. Anybody that they get in there, they're going to be like, yeah, this guy's a plant. He's part of the thing, right? I actually don't think that this guy is a plant or anything like that. But man, oh man, did he walk into a thing here? Did he not know what he was getting himself into here? These comments are, I would not want to look at these as a 19-year-old. He does seem unusually weird, though, so maybe he doesn't care. Brylan is not a real name. Children should be seen and not heard. Okay, how do those? Don't quite follow. Okay, here we go. Here's a positive one. Hollyhand. What a sad dork. Hey, wait a sec. Hey, shut up, man. Once again, I thought it was positive, but it wasn't. Masonic industry plant. Okay. This is so astroturfed and fake. This is literally, I could not find one positive comment here, okay? Also, many of these are homophobic. I will say that, and racist, many of them. So it's kind of a wacky one. This little kid, he's been kind of trying to do this since he was a little kid. And who knows, Maybe he was created by the deep state. I don't know. Who knows? But what it looks like, some people like dug into this young man who at 19 is now the scourge. That's what looks like actually happened here is this like little kid was like, I want to be the worst version of famous. And his whole family is basically, they have like a family business, like a big giant real estate company. So it's like they're probably financing this. He's like,
ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be Candace Owens.
Or whatever the hell. So, he's like a kid and he's like, this is what I want to do.
This is what I want to do with my life.
And so they're financing this and he's just getting absolutely like destroyed. Just like a little kid, like, you're part of the deep state. Who knows? Who knows what's going on with this? But this guy just looks like he has parents who have a lot of money from this family business. Like the whole family works in this real estate thing. And they're just like, that's what he wants to do. Just throw money at him. Make him a famous conservative make him the next Ben Shapiro because he's so charismatic. And he's trying this and they're just like, you piece of shit. How do we know you weren't in on it? Like the whole, it's a lot. It's a lot for a child. It's a lot for a
adult baby.
It's a lot to deal with for
you're a little baby
who doesn't his dipes as such. Okay, so we're looking into where is the investigation. As of now, where is this high-profile investigation? We got to go to our lead investigator, our lead prosecutor, Candace James Owens III.
I'm going to haunt you.
Candace.
I'm going to haunt you.
Quote unquote, I'm going to haunt you, Owens. Let's check out what's up with the investigation into what really happened.
I believe people can communicate in dreams on their way in and on their way out of this world.
No, they can't.
I similarly, like I just said, had a vivid dream this weekend, and Charlie came to me and he told me that he was betrayed.
Oh my God.
And so for me, you don't have to believe that. I do believe that.
Yes, I do have to.
And it was the immediate sense I got actually.
Right.
And I don't know who exactly it is that betrayed him, but I also felt in the dream that it is soon going to be revealed, that it's actually inevitable that it is going to be revealed, that there is nothing and no one that is going to stop the truth from coming out, and it is going to have international consequences.
Jesus.
Take that to the bank. Quote me on that.
I can't because Bank of America doesn't accept Candace Owens' proclamations. Okay, you get it. You get what I'm trying to say there.
Take that to the bank. Quote me on that.
I can't.
Women tend to have a stronger intuition about people, I would say. I think it was the writer, producer, Conrad Flynn, that recently went on to Tucker Carlson's show, and he discussed that phenomenon.
And where can I watch that?
That's on YouTube. That's on YouTube.
I can't find it.
You're a moron.
Jeez, man.
In the context of the persecution of Christ. He's talking about Pontius Pilate's wife warning him not to persecute Jesus. Take a listen to that portion of their conversation.
Okay.
And if you look at Pontius Pilate, he wants to set...
Stop saying Pontius Pilate so much. This is a little bit of an aside, but what kind of a name is Pontius Pilate? Is that an inappropriate question? What the hell kind of a name is Pontius? Pontius is a Roman family name. It's already boring. Okay, this is sort of funny, and this is maybe another aside here. Another acai bowl. Shut up. But Candace Owens brings up this Tucker Carlson thing. 2.1 million views in 6 days. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Goo goo gaga and wee oo. That's a lot of views.
Cut your meat.
This is a thing, like Tucker Carlson just comes up like ambiently to me. And the way he's portrayed on a lot of these YouTube channels, like he's kind of an edgy guy now or something. And then I go and I watch his channel and it's stuff like this. Check this out. This is from the video that Candace is watching here.
And what Kenneth Grant said,
who?
Very steeped in the occult English guy. He said about rock and roll, which again was the basis from the show of like rock and the occult. He said, Kenneth Grant said, of course rock and roll is demonic. He goes, look at the way these guys, look at the way their lives end. He goes, of course this is horrible for you. Yeah. So when I read that.
Yes, when you die at 27.
Shut up, Tucker.
Of self-inflicted wounds, as famously so many of them did.
Let that guy get a word in.
That's not like a sign that you're on the right path, right?
I was like, what have I stumbled into? What is going on here?
So when Aleister Crowley's secretary says, of course, rock and roll is demonic, basically, I mean, you've got the horseshoe effect. Right. Here, so here you have Alistair
Whoa. I think I got it from here, Tucker. I'll steer the fly fishing boat from here, Tucker. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, right. If Aleister Crowley's secretary bestowed upon us that decree, then you better
cut your meat
on that one.
That you couldn't actually have made the show. It's only because rock and roll is, I'm going to be the millionth person to say this, is in many ways culturally dead or is so irrelevant that you can finally do a show on this.
Okay. Like, yeah, it actually did infect America with some kind of incurable spiritual cancer that led to where we are now.
I mean, well, it's funny. There was the writer Theodore Dalrymple.
Calm down, man. You're having too much.
Yeah.
Tucker, please calm down with that laugh, man. My kids are watching. Okay, that's so funny. It's 2025, you know? It's like, oh man, here's a guy with some real nuanced takes. And we're going back to like a cartoon version of conservatism. Oh, Elvis was up there shaking his hips. The way that Satan and demonry, and witches and warlocks and boogans were summoned were through when Elvis was shaking around.
But I want to tell you that I maintain, I actually believe that this was a military hit that involved foreign actors and also literal actors. I believe that day ran something akin to...
So there we go, 2.5 mil views. Let's be sure to focus on the most important aspect of news, which is the amount of views. Which is the amount of... So Candace Owens, she's doing dream work, women's intuition work. When I was searching through this stuff, this video came up. What is her name? Kim Iverson. She's kind of a Candace Owens type figure. Here's a funny response to the dream thing. Here we go.
Okay, so she believes that she had a dream, that Charlie appeared to her in her dream, and he told her, I've been betrayed. And you know, if you believe in this sort of thing, then
which I do.
It would maybe, you know, you might ask, well, why would he go to her in a dream and not to his wife or to somebody else?
Right.
Well, because Candace has been the one brave enough to actually speak up and expose the truth, right?
Oh, okay.
So maybe, but I don't think, I will say, I don't think I believe this. You know, I think I could be wrong, of course, but I don't think I believe this. Only because I think that when we pass away and we're on the other side, I don't know if we really care about this kind of stuff anymore. I don't know if we're like, oh, who done it? Like, I think we would just be like, let them figure it out. They'll all figure it out.
It's kind of a funny thing. Kim Iverson has been around a while in the like kind of conservative talk thing. I guess she does this kind of thing. I guess she does a Candace Owens kind of thing, but I thought that was funny because her audience is taking this very seriously. I looked through the chat. They're like, Candace is going to expose everything. And she's like, yeah, I don't know if the dream thing's true because, you know, when you go to heaven, there's a lot of other stuff to do. Cloud work, rainbow slides, pearly gate walks, you know. You got too much going on. Too much going on when you're up there. It's boring. Yeah. It's kind of... So, I don't know. It's kind of a bold thing that Candace Owens is doing here. She's like, I'm going to find the truth. The truth will be exposed. The truth will be... It's like a military thing. It was a military operation. That will come to light. And it will have international consequences. You could take that to the bank. She's really standing on business. I'm not sure if I'm using that right, but I believe that's what she's doing. So yeah, it seems like conservative-y, I guess, news viewers are like really, I mean, Candace Owens' numbers are out of control for this. If you look in the comments of any video, it's like all about this, the Candace theorem, the Candace files. But I don't know if you like look at this whole story and Candace Owens like found these text messages where Charlie Kirk is like, I'm off the whole Israel thing. And Candace Owens is going through all these details. She's like, this doesn't make sense. This is a weird detail here. Something seems off here. She never really, like, what's the story, though? Like, what's the why, I guess? Like, Candace Owens is just like, well, somebody did this. But, like, what is the story? Because if you look at all this stuff that Candace Owens is presenting about this, it's like, you kind of see a guy who's sort of like, hey, all these donors aren't really listening to me. Kids are coming up to me at these colleges and they're saying, we're not buying all this stuff you're saying about Israel, so what should we do about this? Maybe I'll stop talking about this. Who knows? Seems like he was probably worried about his career, too. He's like, I'm saying stuff that nobody believes. Am I not going to lose my audience? They're all going to Tucker and Candace. Am I just going to end up like Ben Shapiro, where fewer and fewer people are watching my content, But how do you jump from that to military operation? Like, why? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Candace Owens, the investigative journalist Candace Owens, will follow through with this. Let's see in a year, couple years, decade? If Candace Owens delivers on that promise, this will have international, consequences. But I don't really see the story that Candace Owens is telling because this guy wasn't like, I'm now in support of the Palestinian people or anything like that. He was just like, I think I'm going to lose my audience if we don't figure something out, basically. And already, the biggest conservative media people, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, they're already, not towing the Republican line on this. But I don't know, part of this seems like distraction from stuff that's already out there that we already know. It's, right out in the open. If you're, a billionaire or whatever, you could just, buy media organizations to say what shape the media in your own belief system completely. And that's all over the place. I mean, that's Candace Owens herself was part of that. She worked for the Daily Wire. She worked for Turning Point USA, that's kind of all out in the open and kind of getting lost in all this. Yeah, I guess that's the problem with all this, It's who knows? Maybe Candace Owens will blow the lid off of something. Who knows? But I can't imagine her coming out and being like, you know what? It is kind of weird that billionaires can just dictate what the government does and what people are allowed to say and what the media says and all this. Well, guys, there we go. 2.5 million views. That's a lot. That's one thing we can all agree on. 2.5 million views. It's a spicy meatball, man. Anyway, guys, it's just another day. Who cares? No, I was lying. It's Friday. Hope you do a lot of this. And a ton of this.
Hassan Parker.
Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Ooh, hello, boys and ghouls. Oh, wait, sorry, I read that wrong. I was supposed to say girls. We should delete that. Let's take this again. I read that wrong. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the outro. Hey, you're missing episodes every single week. Guess what you gotta take a wild crack at what you gotta do to get those episodes. That's right. Subscribe on the great Patreon. All you gotta do is click the link in the description. It did go right there. It's as easy as that. Oh, by the way, quick note here. Take note of this. You can subscribe for as little as $2 per month. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a steal. But anyway, I gotta get the hell out of here. Bye-bye.